Hello, I'm Jay Gregory. I'd like to welcome you to PSE's Wild Outdoors. This week we're headed to the JL Bar Ranch down in South Texas. We were invited by the great folks from MV2, singer-songwriter group out of Nashville. They asked us to come down, do a turkey hunt with them, and while we were there, they would actually compose a brand new theme song for our show. I couldn't turn that down, and man, am I glad I didn't. We had an awesome time.
Feel the adrenaline in your heart and your throat. You're in full draw, and he's in so close. Hold your breath, you can almost taste it. Take that shot, you know you're gonna make it.
Yes.
Wild outdoors, yeah. Wild outdoors.
It's just, oh, that was so awesome.
And all you can, no matter what you get now, you always want a little bit more. Wild outdoors.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
The wild outdoors.
Good job, sweetheart.
Welcome to PSE's Wild Outdoors.
Well, Mac and I roll into the JL Bar Ranch, and this place is off the charts nice. I wasn't expecting anything like this. We got there a little bit late that day, and everyone else was out hunting, and we decided we need to get out there too.
Well, we made it to Texas. We are at the JL Bar Ranch, and it is beautiful down here. We've just set up in this flat. We're going to start doing some calling and see if we can't get something to answer us. Ready to see my first Rio. They gobbled.
I think they're gobbling at that crow or bird or
I don't care what they gobbled at. I'm glad they gobbled.
I made one call, this bird gobbled, and before we knew it, we had him at 30 yards.
He's on the other side of that evergreen now, coming around. Hopefully he's gonna swing all the way around here.
Well, obviously it was great to see birds the first evening out. They weren't exactly cooperating, they were more interested in each other.
That's what we need, something to do to our decoy right there.
It was a great first evening. We saw tons of birds. We didn't get any close enough to shoot at, and of course we're being pretty picky wanting to get them in the decoys and put on a show for us, but headed back to camp, and that night we got to meet all of the fine folks from MV2, all the singer-songwriters. It didn't take long before we figured out just how incredibly talented these people are. Well, the next morning we were headed out to do what supposedly we're talented at, shooting turkeys in the head. Well, as you can tell, it's raining. We're getting pelted. The birds are coming around the corner of the blind, and he is going to be close. I am licking my chops. Don't ask me how you could miss that bird's head at that distance. I don't know. The only good thing is he's coming back for more. I've got a pretty good suspicion he's not going to make it to the decoys, so I reloaded a normal arrow. Time to shoot him in the back. I was absolutely in shock. I don't know how I missed, but I was gonna have to eat a lot of crow back at camp. Mr. Turkey Headshot just completely blew it.
So, last night, sitting around the campfire with all these incredibly talented musicians and songwriters and singers, and they're passing the guitar around. People are naming songs. They just whip them out and start playing them. Mac and I were just in awe. I sat there thinking, it's a good thing at least I can shoot turkeys. Or not. Oh, what was that? Yeah, I can't sing, I can't play guitar, and apparently I can't shoot turkey in the head either, so. Oh.
You did square up that tree out there.
I did hit that tree. I centered that tree. Here's my turkey. Doesn't taste very good.
Real value, real cold. K2 professional grade cooler.
PSE's Wild Outdoors is proud to partner with PSE Archery, K2 Coolers, Sword Sights, Boneview, True North Tree Stands, Tree Limb Quivers, Sniper Hunting Products, Flythall Camouflage, Vicious Vision, Magnus Bullheads, Kubota, and Shadow Hunter.
Well, after my little special performance I put on this morning, it was time for me to pick up the camera and let Mac have his shot at these Rio gobblers down at the JL Bar Ranch.
Okay, well, tonight is our second night at the JL Bar and Ranch farm down here in Texas, and they have got Rios everywhere. This is where we were last night. We saw all kinds of gobblers, and we've done something a little different tonight. We've had turkeys coming in on every set we've been on and kind of hang up at 50 yards. And we're thinking they don't want to fight with the Jake because there was a lot of fighting going on last night. So tonight we just got 2 hens out, so we'll see if maybe that's the magic trick down here.
Well, this gobbler wasn't exactly playing fair. He was coming right to the decoy, then decided he'd go back in the brush, make a circle, come out at 40 yards. But Mac wasn't having any of that.
Display down here at the JL branch.
He's still there.
At least they got a lot of birds. Because we can't hit them.
Well, we weren't exactly tearing it up. We were now 0 for 3, headed back to the ranch. Lucky for us, the fine folks from MV2 were going to put on a little mini concert for us.
Hi, this is Nora Collins. Welcome to Turkey Talk.
Anything new, anything cool, anything under the sun, for what it's worth. I wanna be the first. Yeah, for what it's worth. I wanna be the first. You're the first that I ever held you like I never wanted anything better.
True North has exactly what you're looking for in a tree stand. Solid, comfortable, and extreme adjustability. True North tree stand.
Now you always want a little bit more. The wild outdoors. Yeah. The wild outdoors.
Sword sights and tree limb quivers. What a deadly combination. We were having an incredible time down at the JL Bar Ranch. I mean, who wouldn't? This place was phenomenal. But Mac and I also knew that it was time for us to be shooting some turkeys and do our end of the deal. Mac was still up to bat and I had high hopes.
We just had some jakes come in, and the rule was if they touched the decoy, they were gonna get shot. And they got awful close, but they didn't touch it, so we let them go.
Well, the birds weren't exactly cooperating the way we had hoped they would. These jakes got in close, but they didn't really get up and interact with the decoys. I knew that afternoon that it might be Jake 30 if one actually got in the decoys and put on a show for us.
Later that afternoon, we were back in the same spot. It wasn't long before we had this group of jakes running into the decoys. I knew what was about to happen.
Well, the old bullet put him down right there. So, that's what we needed. Sometimes the first one's a hard one. Now we're gonna switch spots and old Jay's gonna shoot one.
Mac is now chief cameraman. Now we gotta see if I can get a volunteer here to come into the decoys and his dead bird. We're leaving it right there in the decoys. Sometimes that really works good, so. 30 minutes later, we look up, and what's coming down the road? A big old gobbler headed right to us.
Hey, Robert. Are you good, buddy? Are you get anything?
That was really advantageous. I should have had that.
Well, after Mac shot his bird, did some calling, I got another bird to answer. One gobbled and here he was coming in. I got to full draw.
Hey, Robert.
And all of a sudden the radio goes off. I couldn't believe it.
You can't make that up. What are the chances?
Well, we finally had a bird on the ground. Couldn't wait to get back to camp and see everybody again. They put on a really special deal for us that night. They did this contest where they divided up into groups. They had to write and produce a song in 15 minutes. And to say that this was entertaining would be a huge understatement.
Take your shots, She picked up the phone, I got her beauty saying, now we're going home. Remember when? She said no, hey, but that was 1 beer ago. Whoa, 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 everybody. But that was 1 beer ago. We're soaking up Bacardi and too much sun. With a little luck, I'm gonna get me some. Young, let me play. And full. Take it away.
There's nothing better than getting the card right out of your camera, plugging it into your Bone View, grabbing your phone, and having instant feedback, whether it's the summertime or if that camera's sitting over the hottest scrape right before you climb up into the tree. Bone View is definitely the way to go. Make sure and follow the Wild Outdoors on all of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, for special deals on the products we use. For instance, Sniper hunting products and Flyful Camo. Use the promo code Wild Outdoors to get an additional 15% off. Well, here we are. It's the last morning at Jail Bar Ranch.
All right, here we go. We got big gobbler and a bunch of hens coming right now. All right, here we go. JLB Ranch, last morning, last hunt. It doesn't get any better than that. Beautiful big old gobbler. That was absolutely incredible. Well, when they get henned up, you got to kind of change your tactics and start calling to the hens, and that's what we did this morning. We got the hens to come. I got to show you too. Check these hooks out. You would not want to get in a fight with that guy. Whew! You know, we just had an incredible trip down there, and that last morning, it was a turkey hunt. It was a textbook turkey hunt. It worked out perfect. One of the reasons we were down there, MV2 had contacted us and asked us to come down and join them, and one of the things they said they would do for us is compose a new theme song for our show. Well, later on, Mac and I actually flew to Nashville, and they knew I was a musician and were kind enough to let me come down and cut the drum track, and it was a blast.
Feel the adrenaline in your heart and your throat. You're at full draw, and he's in so close. Hold your breath, you can almost taste it. Take that shot, you know you're gonna make it. Wild outdoors, yeah. Wild outdoors. Getting all you can, no matter what you get now. You always want a little bit more. The wild outdoors, yeah. The wild outdoors.
What an incredible trip that we had down at the JL Bar Ranch. I'd like to thank James Archer for having us down there, inviting us to enjoy what he has, which is an incredible place. If you're looking for a vacation, a corporate getaway, or a place to go shoot turkeys, this place is unbelievable. You got to check it out. Also like to thank the great folks from MV2. So talented, incredible. We made new friends, and they did an awesome job on our new theme song. They even let me play the drums. It was so much fun. Can't wait to get together with them again. Well, that's about all the time we've got for this week's show. We'd like to thank you for watching. We'll look forward to seeing you again next week right here on PSE's Wild Outdoors.